5 tips for online dating. Now this is a big one, guys. As you guys know, online dating is one of the easiest ways, one of the best ways to find your ideal partner. Now I know a lot of you guys hate online dating. I get it. It can be very frustrating. And the thing with online dating is if you don't do it correctly, the chance of success goes down to almost zero. Almost zero. Okay. Now I've coached thousands of people, as you guys know, 99.9% of them have achieved a 10 out of 10 using online dating. So it does work. It works very, very well. In saying that, I build their profiles for them, but nevertheless, watch this video, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So 5 tips, stick around for number 5, it's the most important, but the first one is your pictures. Your pictures have to be good, okay? Now, unfortunately with online dating, you're judged in about a quarter of a second. Yes or no, quarter of a second, that's how fast someone swipes on you. You don't have a lot of time, you gotta make sure the photos are good, okay? So, if you're a woman watching this, the photos which do the best, the photo needs to feel warm. It's got to feel warm and inviting. So not sexy, don't do sexy photos, it's outplayed, okay? Don't do sexy, we're looking for warm, wifey, nurturing type feeling, okay? So a very kind face, a very smiley face, warm, joyous, positive energy. That's what we're looking for, okay? Ideally, you want 6 photos, okay? 6 photos, they can be with you and your friends, they can be with your kids, they can be with anybody, right? But you also want to have some just by yourself, okay? Not too sexy. Some people do too sexy, okay? Now, ideally, you want your hair out, makeup done very nicely, very joyous, looking into the camera. When you take the photo, look into the camera, make sure the lighting's good, all that sort of stuff, but look into the camera because you want that warm feeling, that almost like you're making love come through in a weird way. But that's the key with photos. 6 good photos. You judge quickly, make sure all the photos are warm, and you want a cute, warm, wifey type feel to the photos, okay? Very important, that's tip number 1. Number 2, the bio, you gotta have the right bio. A big mistake a lot of people make is they write down what they're looking for or what they're not looking for. So some people might write, I don't want any one-night stands, I don't want any players, I don't want this, I don't want that. It's too negative, it doesn't work, okay? And some people write, okay, I'm looking for a long-term relationship, I want marriage, I want kids, I want all this sort of stuff. Again, doesn't work, it scares people away. You're better off not writing anything about what you want or what you don't want. Honestly, what I found that works the best is writing about food, which I know is pretty crazy. Write about food, it actually works really well. Food is like a global language. It works fantastically if done correctly. So write about food. It's really the best way. One of my favorite things I've gotten people to write is, I love seafood. And then a few seafood emojis. That's it. Short and sweet. Now the thing is, you may think, well, that doesn't tell the person anything about me. No, it doesn't. But the thing is, what are we trying to do? We're trying to get them into a conversation, okay? We don't want them to read your whole bio and then decide. No, all we want them to do is look at your profile, look at your pictures, read your bio, and have a conversation. We got to get them into the conversation so then we can get the date, okay? That's the key. So keep it short, write about food, okay? And make sure there's no innuendos with food, okay? Don't write, I love hot dogs and eggplants, okay? Don't write, I love peaches, okay? No innuendos, no sexual innuendos, write about normal stuff, innocent, okay? So write about food, it's a global language. Number 3, make sure your settings are correct, okay? I get the question all the time about age. Make sure it's age appropriate, okay? Which means within 15 years, all right? At the maximum. If you're 50, you can't date anyone under 35. It's too big of an age difference, okay? For example. Now, if you're a 50-year-old woman watching this, you're probably gonna be looking for guys from between the ages of about 44 to 60. That's what your settings are gonna be. If you are a 21-year-old girl watching this, you're gonna be looking for guys who are about 27. If you are 31 and you're a female and you don't have kids and you want kids, you're gonna be looking for a guy between the ages of 28 and 33. If you're a girl who's 31 and have kids and you don't want any more kids, then you're gonna be looking for the guys between the age of 35 to 42. See the difference? The girl's the same age, but depending on what she wants, changes. If you're 31 and you don't want kids, it's no good dating a guy who's 27, because that's not fair, because he will want kids, statistically. Find a guy who's a bit older, okay? Makes sense? If you're a 65-year-old woman, look for a guy between the ages of 55, 52, and 72, okay? I hope that answers your age question. As far as the radius goes, make sure it's a big radius. I've seen some people put 20 kilometers on their profile. A setting like this small, that's ridiculous. Guys, it should be at least 200 kilometers. At least, we want a big radius. What if your ideal partner is an hour down the road, but you've set it to a little bit shorter? You miss them. We want a fairly big radius. When I met my wife, she lived 4 hours away. And that's fine traveling. I was fine traveling 4 hours, it's nothing. I was happy to do that once a week, okay? So make sure the settings are correct. It's very important. And also a key with the settings, using apps like Tinder, you're better off doing Tinder Platinum, paying your 10 bucks or whatever it is, pay for the subscription because the app will work better, okay? It favors you more. So pay your 10 bucks, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Match, use the popular apps only. Don't use the smaller apps, they do not work. You want maximum people. So use the big apps and put it towards doing the Platinum, the Pro, whatever it's called, okay? Number 4, keep the goal in mind. What does that mean? Why are you there? A lot of people get the goal confused. They think they're on online dating to find a 10 out of 10. No. You think you're on online dating to find a husband or a wife? No. You think you're on Tinder to make friends? No. You're on online dating for one purpose only. That's to get high value dates. That's it. That's the only reason you're on there. It's to get high value dates, that's it. That's the only purpose. If you go on Tinder, your goal is to get one high value date per week. That's it. One first date. It's a first date, it's high value, it's a proper date, one a week. If you do that, you will achieve a 10 out of 10 fairly quickly. If you go on 50 high value first dates, it's almost impossible not to find a 10 out of 10. It should, you achieve it within 50 first dates. It's hard to go over that without finding someone absolutely incredible to have a 10 out of 10 with. So that's the key, get high value dates, that's the goal, okay? So when you're talking to someone, you gotta get on the date. Get on a date, don't talk for more than 2 weeks. Don't become pen pals, don't put it off a month. You gotta meet within the first 2 weeks of talking, okay? And make sure it's a proper date. No hangout, you're not a towel, only towels hang out, okay? You're a high value person, go on high value dates. No, come over to my place and eat a pizza and watch a movie, no. You're doing a proper date. The guy picks you up, he takes you to a nice restaurant, you're having a proper date, do it right, okay? That's the key, you're on online dating for that one purpose, to get high value dates. It's very important. People get it all mixed up, okay? Don't do a coffee date. Don't go, well, I want to test the waters. No, you get one chance at a first impression, guys, one chance. Don't wreck it. You get one chance, that's it. You gotta do it correctly, okay? One chance at a first impression. I'm just gonna write that down because it's good. One chance, first impression. Very important that you do it correctly. You gotta do it right. Okay, high value dates, that's it. So keep that in mind. And if you can achieve that goal of getting one high value date a week, you should achieve it within the first 6 months. Unless you keep self-sabotaging, which is a totally different thing. And if you do, book in a free call so I can help you. Number 5, guys, and the most important is mindset. You've got to have the right mindset going into online dating. Okay, statistically, a study out of Stanford showed that optimistic people who looked at things with an optimistic point of view, people who are optimistic about doing something, the chance of success goes up 400%. 400% if you're optimistic. If you go on online dating and you're pessimistic, oh, I'm gonna fail, online dating's terrible, everyone on here sucks, this is full of creeps and scammers, this is gonna suck, you'll fail. Online dating is such a fickle, sensitive thing, you have to go in there optimistically with a good mindset, with a fun base. I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna see how it goes, I'm gonna get one date a week, just have a good time, see how it goes, no pressure, no expectations. If you go in there with a positive, optimistic mindset, you will achieve success. You will be successful, you will achieve a 10 out of 10, but you've got to be optimistic. You've got to be. If you hate online dating, that's going to come across in your messaging when you're messaging people on Tinder. It's going to come across. You're going to have a negative energy in your messages. They're going to feel it. They feel it, it comes across. You got to be super positive, energetic, joyous. You got to have a sunny disposition, unless, what guy would want to take you on a date? Why? Why would anyone want to take you on a date? You're a negative Nancy. You're not going to be fun to hang out with. No one's going to want to date you. You got to be fun. You got to be positive. You got to be flirty. Having a good, joyous mindset. you're flirty, you're energetic, you're having a good time, and it's got that flirty energy about it. It's very, very attractive. So you've got to go in there with a good, optimistic mindset. Now, give people a chance. Give people a chance. So if they're above a 6 out of 10, so if you're looking at the photos and you think, oh, this person's good, are they bad? If it's above a 6 out of 10, go on the date. Go on the date. Because here's the thing with online dating, some people aren't that good with photos. They're not that photogenic, okay? So if some guys, you might go, well, his photos aren't very good. Then you meet in person and he's absolutely fantastic. And he's just not very photogenic. He's just not very good at taking photos. If it's above a 6 out of 10, go on the date, see what it's like, okay? If it's too far below that and there's no attraction, don't worry about it. But at a 6 out of 10 or above, go on the date. Give people a proper chance. And a little key with that as well, before you go on a date, do a phone call, do a FaceTime, all those little things that helps. Build rapport, build attraction, get a good feel, see if you're not wasting your time or not, okay? Get a good feel of it, use your mindset, use your intuition. Mindset is one of the most important things with dating. If you have a good mindset, the chance of success goes up dramatically. But you've got to give it 110%, guys. Online dating is fantastic. I want you to believe it. I want you to believe online dating is good, okay? I met my wife on Tinder. You can achieve 10 out of 10s using Tinder. It works. You just got to do it the right way. So you follow those steps, guys, okay? Make sure the pics are good. Make sure your bio is good, write about food. Make sure your settings are correct. Good age gap, good age parameter, good radius, all that correctly. Make sure you keep the goal in mind. 1 high value date a week. And 5th, make sure you have a fantastic mindset going in. The mindset of it is very, very important. Make sure you're optimistic, you're positive, you're joyous, you're going in there. Yes, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna see how I go. I have a great time. Lowering the expectations to I'm just gonna have fun. That's it. I'm just gonna have fun, go on some nice dates, see how I go. No pressure. Go in there with that mindset and you're gonna have a good time and people will wanna have fun with you and have fun dates. That's what it's about. It should be an enjoyable process. If you're getting dating fatigue, that means you're not going in there with the right mindset, okay? You should be able to be single for a year and date heaps of people and not get dating fatigue. Dating fatigue is you're tying the expectation too strongly, okay? Going, well, I need to get a 10 out of 10 this month. You're gonna get dating fatigue, you're gonna be frustrated. That's what it's coming from, a frustration from a lack of results. Relax, have fun, enjoy it. If you have more trouble, guys, shoot me a message. If you want me to build your profile, send me a message and I can choose your photos for you. Use it properly, have fun. See you guys.